business shit. So I gotta get ignorant. It's TSC the squad, you heard?
La música de Harry Fraud.
Watch these pounds on pounds come across the border. ATF tap my bars like it's city water. I'm a boss, I can show you how to make change. Been Obama on these niggas, how I sustain. Then I make them all mad, play my trump card. Flow sick, nigga, and I got dumb bars. Slay this mumble rap, time to build a graveyard. 21, you a savage, I'm a real god. Real rap on my mind, fuck a Kodak. Got a Uzi when you perp, nigga, hold that. Fuck's on your mind, what you think about? Tupac roll his grave if he hurt you out.
What's good, world? Once again, you see where I'm at. Snowland out here. Today is my day off, or was my day off. Spent most of my day helping my brother work on the brakes in my car. Young Fuego, shout out to him. As always, you know who it is. R to the E to the S to the T. One below if you ain't already know. 5-Star Entertainment Group representative. Team Stacks Everything member. Already know what time it is, man. Like I said, big shouts out to my brother, Young Fuego, helping me out with this brake job. Getting right into it, you know what I mean? What I'm going to talk about today is people's perception. What a lot of people don't realize is that 90% of communication is nonverbal. And whether that communication is, you know, somebody relaying information or somebody that's like receiving information, either way, one second. Either way, the person trying to make a point or trying to get someone to understand has to take it into an account the variables of how information is perceived and the perception of others. Prime example, I live in middle Kentucky, nowhere, next to Ohio, Cincinnati. Hey, don't get me wrong, man, like, they have their set ways about things, and you can tell the people who don't fuck with people of ethnic origin, you know, like, long story short, they have their racist batch, but then they have what I deem as this confused batch of people, which, based on programming and what they know, that's all they know. Like, dude at my job, you know what I mean? I fuck with him heavy, yeah, cool ass dude, and it's like, instead of looking up the history of something, people go based on what they see around them. So somebody carrying a rebel flag, that never meant anything negative to them because they all seen that as like a badge of honor. But what a lot of them don't do is do the research of where that came from. They just assume that, oh, it's about the now and what people are doing. That's not true. That's not the perception that was perceived, nor was that the meaning of having that side represent that flag at the time. You know, they were fighting to keep slavery. Long story short. So, you know, like, people don't realize how that's perceived. People don't realize how, like, black success and, you know, poverty-stricken communities can't see eye to eye on certain things, and they'll use those successful people as an example of, oh, well, the greater good is succeeding just fine. You know, and they carry themselves a certain way, and it's like, is that how it's supposed to be for human people to only live a certain type of way if they carry themselves a certain type of way? I mean, at the end of the day, if you're willing to work for it, you're willing to earn it, you should be able to live whatever lifestyle that you want to live. It shouldn't be, oh, well, because I like hip-hop music and baggy clothes that I gotta live in the ghetto. That's not true. You should be able to drive a Mercedes and live in Beverly Hills and do whatever the fuck you want to do, regardless of what you want to wear, how you want to carry yourself. As long as you are focused enough to have your financial status quo in order, you should be free to be who you want to be. And then these stereotypes come out for certain groups of people, and it happens to have an effect so greatly that most of the people who are not affected about it cannot even begin to understand the concept behind what I deem as a plot of destruction. You You know, if you leave people to breed in poverty-stricken communities, that's all they're gonna breed, and that's all they're gonna ever know. You don't offer any type of help, and I'm not saying social services or public assistance as help. I'm talking about actually educating these people how to have a bank account, how to, and they may not even need a bank account, just educating themselves financially, period, how to take care of their credit, how to do better at taking out loans, how to budget from month to month. A lot of these people in these poverty-stricken communities don't have that education, and that is a systematic development that was designed to destroy and never let that community come up. So that's the overall perception of everybody. Instead of, oh, what can we do? You know, we voting in politicians. We're politicians talking about helping the urban community or the poor community. You know, like nobody's thinking about that. And you know when they think about it? When a black person in the community gets shot, when people are marching and rioting about the upheaval, and then they want to talk about, oh, well, this, that, and the third. Well, you know, the powers that be, and regardless of how you want to look at it, but the powers that be control a lot of what's going on. You'll never see police beating the shit out of somebody in a rich community. So why they gotta beat the shit out of somebody in a poor community that it wasn't provoked, or they were walking away and they got shot? Like, that'll never happen, because somebody rich within that community will have that guy's badge in a heartbeat. So again, it's Russ 100, just dropping a little gem, you know what I mean, about perception and the ways things that are in life. But you know what I mean? Just keep that in mind. Keep that in the back of your mind whenever you're thinking about, you know, how bad your life is or whatever. And maybe even if you do experience it. If you do experience what I'm talking about and you still choose not to go out there and try to get a job and try to make a living for yourself and try to better yourself in some kind of way, you just sit in your house and play video games and then just blame everything on the world, you're a part of the problem as well. Yes, it takes a factor of people wanting better for themselves. We all have relatives who either have turned to drugs or some rash decision because they didn't care about life anymore. But it's like, at some point, they want to do better for themselves. They want to see better for themselves. Again, this is Russ 100, 5-Star Entertainment Group representative, Team Sex Everything member, signing out.
We button out, 3 homos in them shirts, right? Fuck around. I ain't aiming niggas out for attention, but I air a lame out for a pension. You cowards do the rap, what you really do to rap? Still trying to figure why the hell you doing that? When there's problems, we move like a phantom. Keep it gully, ARs and bandanas. If that talking ain't working, we'll see you. Keep it gully, ARs and bandanas. Let me get out of it. ARs and bandanas. Come on, we got ARs and bandanas. What? ARs and bandanas. Come on, we got ARs and bandanas.
From the bottom of the bottom where it happens fast. Right. 2 heaters will turn you into a poppin' flash. Took my 2-seater, I told them I like my cars in halves. I got them shook, they writing books while I've been popping tags. Hopping jacks aboard the CVG and making me